My love, you are being hardened to prepare you for the spotlight. Ah, you are being hardened to prepare you for the spotlight. I feel like you've been feeling it, right? You've maybe had like little, smaller opportunities to taste the visibility that is in store for you. Maybe you've been like me, posting a video on YouTube every day, getting used to being seen, being visible. I was reminded today about my neighbor who offered me these Mexican sunflowers. And she had been growing them from seeds. And apparently, you have to harden them in the sun before you ultimately plant them in the ground. So, you harden them by putting them out in the sun for like an hour every day so they can get used to absorbing the sun, bearing the light, bearing the load, the heat of the light. And once it's gone through that, I don't know how long the process is, but it's slow. It's been at least a week. I think it'll probably be a couple of weeks or something. After that process of hardening, once the sunflowers have gotten used to bearing the light, then you plant them and then they just live in full sunlight for the rest of their lives. I looked up the spiritual significance of Mexican sunflowers, okay? And Mexican sunflowers are these, they are like as tall as sunflowers, but they're like bright, vibrant orange, like a really saturated orange color. Ooh, I love that. I think that is orange associated with the sacral, bright orange, expression, creation. So anyway, the spiritual meaning that it's associated with is adoration and turning towards a higher purpose, a higher light, right? Because sunflowers, like other flowers, but I think sunflowers are known for it, they turn towards the sun. So once they've been hardened, you plant them in the ground, and then they, when the sun, they start out, the sunflowers start out facing the east, and then as the sun travels, it follows the sun. And that's when it's first planted. But when the sunflowers are mature, then they just absorb the sun, like they just face the east and stay in the same place. And they're like, okay, I got the spotlight. I don't have to move with it. I can just stay here. And so you know what happens when the sunflower is mature and it just faces the east, it absorbs the morning sun, which is like the brightest, the strongest or whatever. They get warm early, and that makes the bees and the pollinators want to come and pollinate it. Okay, so once you learn to bear the light, you can just stay in place, bear the light, and that is going to bring all of the, beings that are going to make you fruitful. Pretty sure that's what pollination is. They come and help you multiply, help you be prosperous, help you be fruitful. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what happens. So yeah, you might be in this time where you're having, maybe like quite literally, you're going out in the sun more, getting more used to being outdoors, receiving the sun. Maybe you are like being presented with opportunities to, just shine your light more, to be more vulnerable, to, just like, think of the sun tarot. You're just kind of innocent and vulnerable and yourself, and you're optimistic, and everyone can see you. And you might be, doing that in little doses. Maybe you got a Substack and you've been posting something. Maybe you've been posting on social medias, or you've been, I don't know, sharing yourself more. And I think in this process of maybe posting more on social media, being seen in these little doses, you've been receiving kind of some of the things that you were maybe afraid of. The things that if you didn't go through this hardening process, you might be burned. So if these sunflowers don't go through this gradual hardening process where they expose themselves to the sun for like an hour every day, and you just like put them out in full sun, then the sunflowers burn, they wither, they get all brittle and they slump, and it inhibits their growth. Okay. And so for you, you might be posting a video maybe once a week, once a day, once a month, getting yourself used to being in the light. That's so, when it does come, because we know change, success, it occurs instantly, overnight. So when that comes, when you are basking in full sunlight, you want to have been hardened a little bit. You don't want to have all of the, when the sun is shining, it brings out the shadows. So you want to have done some shadow work. The sun is shining on you now. This is what this hardening period is for. You do little doses, maybe every day, of making your shadow visible, being vulnerable about it, talking about it with yourself, sitting with it, embracing it. Because when that sunlight is on full capacity, you're going to wish that you had done this work so you don't get burned up real quick. So you've developed a tolerance, ability to withstand the heat. Because when the spotlight is on, people are going to come out of the woodwork. When people finally do see you, oof, babe, they're going to be calling. And so your hardening might include, sorry. Your hardening might include setting boundaries. People might think you're like hard, you're strict, you're cold as ice. Your boundaries are for you. It's to be able to protect you when you're in the light. Because we're in this world where people get these parasocial relationships, and pretty soon you feel like you owe something to other people. Maybe you'll chase the light rather than recognizing that the light is really just reflecting the light that's already within you. Ooh. You're the light bearer. You are the vessel that holds the light. So when you are this vessel that holds the light, that is supposed to be seen, you want to make sure you are hardened, right? You want to make sure you don't get burnt up. You want to make sure you got some shades, Yeah. So you are this beautiful Mexican sunflower turning towards, a higher purpose, turning towards the light, turning towards your inner magic, your highest self. And that is it's going to reveal your shadow when you go out in the sunlight. And, so I want you to take this time where you're in this hardening period, where it's not the full visibility, it's not the full spotlight, but you're getting maybe little titrated doses of the spotlight. So you can get used to it. You can get used to the, trolls that come out, the, reflections of you that are trying to remind you like, shut up, we don't care, you're cringe, what are you yapping about? You're here to relay the message, not given to the, narratives, false narratives that just no longer serve you. They don't even fit you. That's not even you anymore. You see, I don't know, the light's just shining through you, babe. So this hardening period, I am getting the sense for you is almost over. You've been getting used to the light. The light feels good now. You kind of crave the light now. Okay? You are not afraid you don't shy away from the light. You're not afraid that it's going to burn you. You've developed ways to receive and bear the light. Powerful. So yeah, if you haven't already been exposing yourself to more visibility, being seen, letting your voice be heard, letting your light shine bright, then you're being called to do that right now. This week, you are going to be doing intentional hardening. You're going to put yourself in the spotlight in small ways. Small ways. I mean, it's relative, but you can make it think. You can tell yourself it's a small way. It's easy. It's just a little tweak. You don't have to like fully reveal yourself, but maybe you give us a little quick 10-minute video where you just talk. You let yourself stream of consciousness, say whatever comes through you. Don't censor it. Yeah. So yeah, in this hardening period, let yourself be seen. And then, bring yourself back inside, right? The hardening period for the sunflower, you go out in the sun for an hour and then you bring it back inside. All right. So I'm not saying I don't know what's a huge thing for you, but you do want to get used to being exposed, being in the light, being in the spotlight, because it's only going to keep turning up, baby. Okay? You are destined for stardom, for celestial fame. Celestial fame, babe. Like, how everyone has heard of the moon? Yeah, it's going to be like you. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, that earth angel? Yeah, powerful. They've got their own gravitational pull. They're just so attractive and magnetic. But yeah, with that is going to come, your magnet. So you're going to attract maybe some things that are not so desirable. So right now in this hardening period, you're learning how to say no. You're learning how to say, that's not good enough for me. You're learning how to say, no, please go away. You're learning to not answer the phone. You're learning to pause before replying back to an email, before replying back to any response. You're recognizing that you can just, you're the sun, babe. The sunflower and the sun, powerful. You're all of it. And so, yeah, in this hardening period, you're learning that you're all of it. You're the visibility you seek. You are the, I know a lot of people are afraid with increased visibility, you're going to have the risk of cancellation. Oh, gosh. So maybe you are actively canceling yourself. You're intentionally saying a thing that you're like, oh my gosh, this could like be blah, blah, a thing that you genuinely believe, but that you have this like, I don't know, maybe someone could twist it and use it, blah, blah, blah. Say it anyway. Because, in case you do, you're here to like make waves. You're here to, cause tower moments. And that might feel like being canceled sometimes. People's response to you just being you and radiating and being in your higher purpose. Yeah, it might trigger some people. And yeah, you might have to experience being canceled. But like, it's all made up, right? Like everyone is just a projection of you. You always have to like, I think it helps to like bring it to your mind, that fear, that uncertainty. They're like, I don't know, maybe it won't work out. Maybe I will offend people and they'll, come after me and, then you'll still have to hold yourself, right? Are you still going to hold yourself? Are you going to cancel yourself? As long as you don't cancel yourself, you will be able to traverse the fickle whims of the crowd, babe. Please. The next week, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, actually, she was right. I'm glad that somebody said something. You're going to be known for how well you bear the light. You're going to be a model for how to be a bright, shining freaking light. How to be a light bearer. I don't like to say light worker in this, because I don't really resonate with being a worker, but maybe a light leader. I'm getting that. I've been getting a lot of stuff about leadership, and maybe you're just like teaching, or you are just like setting an example without you even being intentional about it. Leading yourself. Yeah. So you're being given all these opportunities to microdose, to titrate, to like practice in little increments what you are going to receive on a grander scale quite soon, darling. All right. So, yeah, baby. Man, last time I was out here, I was wearing that little dress. I got like 5 bug bites, okay? But this, I feel like it like keeps them off, and it looks so regal. Oh, could you hear me? This, it like keeps them off, and it looks so like regal and powerful and ethereal. And that is just the identity I'm embodying these days. Maybe you too have been embodying your more regal, higher self, the, version of you that knows, the version of you that, I don't know, just trusts. The version of you that's not afraid of the sunlight. The version of you that knows you thrive in the sunlight. When the spotlight is on, you come alive, and you're excited to come alive. And you recognize that life requires death. So maybe in order to come alive, you're going to have to die first. Ooh. Ooh. Die to your old self. Die to like that smaller version that can't take the heat. Oof, can't bear the light. But that's not you. Yeah, I know it. You're getting hardened right now. Like it's out of your hands, honestly. You're so far along in the process that like you can really just sit back and enjoy the ride, babe. It's all happening for you. It's all happening perfectly. So yeah, I think I'm going to get out of here. Me and Billy are going to have our negotiations meeting tonight. Every month, usually at the start of the month. We're a couple of days late, but we go out to dinner and we talk about what went well in the month before, anything that came up that we want to like talk about, anything that we want like help with or we want to try more of in the next month. We just give ourselves that space every month to talk about it. And then, when we've talked, we do like an imaginary, blood like sacrifice or blood agreement. We're like knife and shake on it. And we renew our relationship for another month. Yes. So we're going to go do that. Ooh, I'm so excited. I know it's going to be tasty. And I just love getting to hang out with Billy. Ugh. So, ooh, look how pretty I look. I love this. All right, my darling. You're so amazing. The sun is coming out, maybe tomorrow. So you better get to hardening. Microdose, give yourself little, oh my gosh, I'm losing my words. So I think if the message is delivered, babe. So yeah, go back and listen if you're just tuning in to the live. But yeah, go back and listen because your girl was cooking in this sun. Okay. All right, my darling. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah. You look beautiful in the sun. All right. Like, yeah, maybe you're preparing for this increased visibility, for this stardom, for this celestial fame. In many ways, you are learning your angles. You are learning the importance of lighting. You are, practicing your boundaries with yourself and others. Yeah. So keep doing it. I love you guys so much. This is all made up. You're doing a great job. Yeah. So be good. Be good luck. Ooh, I love that. Be good luck. And I'll talk to you, Earth Angels, soon, okay? Love you. Bye.